In this video, we look back at some of the most brutal knockouts in boxing history.
A lunging left hook drops Johansson.
That will finish things in.
Oh, the uppercut.
What an uppercut by Douglas, and down goes Tyson.
Let's get straight to it.
He's been a whole different person than the one every boxing expert expected to see here.
In the 10th round of the bout between Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas, the atmosphere was tense. Tyson had been struggling all night and his eye was virtually closed.
A desperate one-eyed fighter. Brawling willingly just to try to get in the shot that will finish things in.
Oh, the uppercut.
What an uppercut by Douglas, and down goes Tyson.
The commentators are in such shock that they can't talk as they watch Tyson on the canvas.
It's over. It's over.
Mike Tyson has been knocked out.
Unbelievable. This makes Cinderella look like a sad story, what Buster Douglas has done here tonight.
Let's go ahead and call it the biggest upset in the history of heavyweight championship fights.
Douglas lands a powerful combination, starting with a right uppercut that snapped Tyson's head back.
This victory for Buster Douglas could not have been more richly deserved.
Notice how Tyson just doesn't see this uppercut coming.
They've hurt Tyson and didn't take advantage of it. Buster Douglas, inspired by the death of his mother, came on very strong. He had Tyson in trouble a few times.
Sensing his opportunity, Douglas followed with a rapid barrage of punches, and Tyson was a sitting duck. Douglas was a 42-1 underdog coming into the fight. He had done the unthinkable. He knocked out the seemingly invincible Mike Tyson, securing perhaps the greatest upset in boxing history.
All through the bout, for 10 straight rounds, he was sharper and crisper and more accurate than the champion.
Steve Harvey found himself in a real pickle against McClellan. From the start, Harvey looked like a deer caught in headlights.
Oh, big shot already, and Harvey's down. He gets right back up. He'll have to take the 8-count. He hit him with the right hand and then a left uppercut. It's up to 6, 7, and 8. He's right back up as one of those flash knockdowns.
A beautiful double jab and right hand had Harvey down within the first 30 seconds.
McClellan is a world-class fighter, and it's showing right here immediately in round number 1. McClellan is coming off 8 straight knockout victories over the past 3 years. Big body shot. Down he goes for the second time. Fight will be all over. Let's do it. Here we go. McClellan comes in. He's looking for the kill, and he's tied a big shot. Nails him the left hook. He backs off, and down he goes to his knees. The referee says
Harvey knew he was in over his head. There was nowhere to hide as McClellan made him an unwilling participant in the boxing lesson.
matched. He was hit that time. The 3 knockdown rule takes effect. It'll be scored as a technical knockout. And Gerald McClellan shows from Emmanuel Stewart's Crunk Boxing Gym that this guy is something else. We'll get the official timing in a little while, but McClellan is certainly a super fighter here, and he showed it. It came at 1:51, I think will be the official time. He won that by a TKO over Rick Jarvis up in Eugene, Oregon, but he's been mostly a local fighter, fighting up in that part of the country, and McClellan is a world-class fighter who can really bang, and he showed his world-class ability in this fight. Totally composed, hardly built up a sweat here in the 6,300-foot altitude of Lake Tahoe, Nevada. This is the first knockdown. He's nailed with the right hand, and you see him move in, catches him real good with the right hand again, and down he goes. He jumps right back up. Now watch this shot. In he comes, nails him with the right hand. That big right hand in there. The left hand just kind of took him off balance, but it was the right hand that did the damage.
After the unification win against Tom Johnson, Hamed was now the WBO and IBF.
Every world title fight has ended inside schedule.
The right hand, he just picked it right through the defense there. As Hardy was moving backward, he jumped up a couple of times, but the last time he had to be stopped. There it is, that long right hand, a little delayed effect there. You can see the grimace of pain. It was a hard shot.
Notice Hamed is able to get good power in his punches, despite looking like he's a bit off balance.
Well, that time it was the left hand.
Do anything but praise. Hardy was a good fighter, worthy of his #1 challenge, and Hamed did exactly as he said he'd do. He just walked in and and caught him with good solid punches right from the off.
The Prince took it and knocked him out in the first round.
Razor came into the fight against Lennox Lewis as the betting favorite, and everyone expected him to blast Lewis out of there. But reality hit harder than anyone expected, literally.
Right hand by Lewis. Ruddock goes down. A smashing right cross with perfect accuracy behind the jab. You cannot do it better. And the wobbling Razor Ruddock makes it out of round one.
That right hand from Lewis had Razor all over the place, and he was lucky it came at the end of the round. You could see how Ruddock telegraphs his jab to the body. It's like he sent Lewis a memo saying, "Here comes my jab, get ready." Lewis saw it coming from a mile away and responded with that huge right hand.
You can't do it better. George, how will that change the fight?
Not at all, because Ruddock, he's been knocked down in the early rounds before. Doesn't change anything, but he's better respect more than the left jab of Lennox Lewis. He's got a right hand to worry about too.
Lewis hurting Ruddock with the left hook. Ruddock in serious trouble as Lewis pounds into the canvas. Second knockdown of the fight. And already Lennox Lewis has equaled Mike Tyson's knockout output against Razor Ruddock in both of the two Tyson-Ruddock fights. Lennox Lewis is in total command now. Can he finish? Right hand to the body. Ruddock in trouble. Second knockdown of round two.
That's all.
Cortez stops
It's over. We have a great new heavyweight on the boxing scene. Lennox Lewis may turn out to be not only the greatest heavyweight in British history, but the greatest fighter in European history. I agree.
In the next round, Lewis didn't waste any time. He picked up right where he left off and pounded Razor to the mat.
Knockdown in the second round, which is the second round down of the fight. Very coolly, very efficiently, going after Ruddock after the first round knockdown. Ruddock was hurt, came out in the second round trying to look like he could still fight, plainly had nothing left. And here is the end of the fight. Ruddock manfully trying to land something to get Lewis off him, but he can't.
Oh, look at that right hand.
The final knockdown was absolutely brutal. A straight right followed by a right hook that completely destroyed Razor. It was clear Razor just had no answer for Lewis's power. Lewis's punching power is legendary. When he connects, it's like he's using a wrecking ball instead of a fist. The guy has the kind of power that makes opponents rethink their career choices. The right hand of his is infamous for ending fights in the blink of an eye.
And dawn may be breaking at the end of a dark century for British heavyweights. Lennox Lewis of London is headed uptown.
And he needs to take a big breath after that night. He's in trouble. And Minter's got him second time on the floor, and he bounces up like a rubber ball. And he might have been wiser to have taken a count. That's inexperience showing. Second round. Knight looking as though he'll survive it now, but at one time he didn't. Or will it? Third time over. 15 seconds to go in the second. And he puts his hand on his hips as much as to say, what's it all about? And he's under tremendous pressure. 5 seconds. And it stops. The bell just about to come, and it's all over inside 2 rounds. Alan Minter defended the title in the most spectacular way he could have done, and he hugs the referee. But he did it himself. It was nothing to do with the referee.
In the third round of the heavyweight championship fight between Larry Holmes and Leon Spinks, Holmes had Spinks pinned to the ropes, unleashing a barrage of right hands that looked like he was trying to set new records for punches thrown.
That's how wild Spinks is, leaning all over Holmes, halfway, falling down, and Holmes is now scoring heavily against Spinks. Now he's fighting boxing basics. He's scoring at left to the belly, hurt Spinks. Spinks is getting it. He hasn't been able to get away from the ropes. And Holmes is really teeing off on him. Has him measured. You see the left measuring him, then the right, and then the left. And Spinks is ready to go and goes very quickly. Larry Holmes got to him and took total command just as quickly as he had seemed rapid. Spinks up. Count concluded. And back comes Holmes. And Spinks is dazed, bewildered. He's stuck in the corner. The worst place for him to be. But the movement has gone from his legs. And if Holmes now measuring, the key to this, don't lose your head. Work the opponent. Don't try to put him away too soon. Leave yourself over. He is just killing him. And the fight is stopped that quickly. Towel thrown in. Towel thrown in. The fight stopped. And it's over for Leon Spinks. And this may be the end of the Leon Spinks career.
In my opinion, it seemed like Holmes was determined to prove a point with every swing.
Spinks stuck against the ropes right near the corner, virtually in the corner. And Holmes going at him, teeing off on Spinks utterly.
Spinks went down, but with a determined scramble, he managed to get back on his feet at the count of 9. That was some impressive grit, like he was channeling every last ounce of his willpower to avoid an early night. But Holmes wasn't finished. He trapped Spinks in the corner and continued his relentless attack with right hands, making it look almost comical. I think this was like watching someone repeatedly try to knock down a door that just wouldn't budge. Spinks appeared to be stuck in a never-ending game of dodgeball, except there was no escaping Holmes' punches. Throughout his career, Holmes' right hand was known for its precision and knockout power. It wasn't just a punch, it was a game changer.
Around, next in line, Jerry Cooney and a kid named Greg Page. That's the way Spinks went down. Still another replay, hitting him at will. How quickly the tide turned for Leon Spinks, because in the second round it looked like he had a chance. In the third round it became what it was in the first round, only Holmes came out to fight. Disappointed and angry with himself over the second round. He came out to fight, and it was no contest. In fact, a mismatch.
Bernard Hopkins.
In his comeback fight after losing to Roy Jones, Hopkins won every second of the fight and got the stoppage in the 7th round.
Ledger would be impressive. Fletcher's ceiling close.
He's not giving himself enough room to let his combination flow smoothly. This should be it. That's it.
Since Hopkins won every minute, I don't mind the somewhat premature stoppage.
Right there at the end. Watch this hook. Kaboom. Now.
Lopez's defense of the WPC world title in Japan was a demonstration of textbook boxing. He used sharp punches from the outside and set up his 1-2 with precision. In the next round, Lopez finished the job with a technique so clean it could have been used as an instructional video.
メキシコから応援に駆けつけました。今そのお父さんが新チャンピオンの息子を抱えます。いやしかし
Carlton Haywood was about to experience Jackson's version of a fireworks display.
Prøver så godt han kan å dekke seg.
Ja, han slår han rett I pannan det.
Eneste stedet han kommer til.
Ja, precis.
Drar fram med hooket, tar fram en flott venstre hook rett I pannen faktisk. Som Ingmar sier, og dommeren Louis Bobon går imellom og stopper matchen, og det kan vi vel godt forstå kanskje. Dette var vel kanskje en over.
A good stoppage by a referee, as Haywood was about to experience what happens when you get hit with a punch that could be seen from space. Look at Jackson's feet. Both almost leave the ground when he punches. It's like watching a high-energy workout video, but with more explosions.
And the referee does the right thing because there is no standing 8 count here, and if Julian were allowed to come in and hit him with another punch, Carlton Haywood could have been in big trouble. So, again...
How about that commitment, Jim? Oh, this is tremendous. Every bit as good as we hoped it would be. Left hook to the body, and Doherty's down for the first time in his life. I don't know whether he's going to make it. Knocked out, round 9. Alex Arthur wins the Scottish Showdown. He regains his British title. There's Fiancé Debbie. There's Michael Gomez. I think that the varnish has gone off since Gomez lost in 5 rounds last time out. But they may get it.
The strength of Primo Carnera was legendary, but Jack Sharkey was a serious fighter. Look at that head movement as he gets closer.
The fans are stunned at the sight of the champion flat on his face.
Sharkey was punched into the air with an uppercut. It's like Carnera was trying to see if he could make Sharkey defy gravity. I thought Sharkey was the better fighter in this fight, but the strength and power of Carnera were just too much. Carnera was like an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object.
It's June 20th, 1960. Heavyweight champion Ingemar Johansson in white trunks defends his title against former champion Floyd Patterson. Here in round 5, Patterson has a slight edge in the scoring. Both men using their jab. A lunging left hook drops Johansson. Referee Arthur Mercanti sends Patterson to a neutral corner and picks up the count. The champion is up at 9, and Floyd moves in to finish it. Patterson ripping, tearing, bombing from all angles. He wants his title back here and now. Crashing left, and Johansson is down. Ingemar's left foot quivers from the force of that blow. It's all over. In slow motion. Down goes Johansson. Floyd Patterson becomes the first man to regain the heavyweight crown with a 5th-round knockout of Ingemar Johansson.
This is a prime example of not using responsible defense.
Wintergren shifted the southpaw stance and finding some effective punching room. Tags Dana Rucker, and Rucker goes down flat on his face. Can he get up? This has been his history. I'm not so sure. He's up. Held up by the ropes.
Let me see the gloves.
Will he survive?
He's still out on his feet, Larry. This is very dangerous.
Fight is over. Whitaker.
Good stoppage.
From behind with a devastating knockout of
Rucker's lead left hook. You shouldn't be getting caught with that if you're paying any attention at all. Seriously, his left hand was so low, it might as well have been taking a nap. It wasn't even part of his defense. It was just hanging out, minding its own business. In boxing, it only takes one punch to turn the tide, and Whitaker jumped on that like a cat on a laser pointer. He took full advantage of Rucker's lapse in common sense and turned it into a textbook moment of what not to do in the ring. When your defense is that lax, you're practically inviting your opponent to deliver a punch that'll make you wish you'd been more attentive. Whitaker capitalized on that opening like a pro, showing just how critical it is to keep your guard up and stay alert.
The box in the final, but he came through. He won the gold, Britain's first for 32 years, and he started again. Middleton is wobbling.
Well, you know what Middleton is doing? He's backing up so that Archie really can't catch him with a good, solid shot.
Oh, he's got him to the ribs, and he's got him with a left. Middleton's in all sorts of trouble. It's all over in the first. It looks like job done. The fight has gone to 6, it's gone to 7, it's gone to 8. Middleton's got up, and Dave Paris has looked at him and said, don't be silly. Middleton's saying, I can go on. Dave Paris knows his business better than anyone.
He's got a big punch. Everett has to go for it, you feel. He can't outskill Junior Jones.
Richard Evett came into this fight as a huge underdog against world champion Junior Jones, but you wouldn't have guessed that from how he started. He came out in round 1 like he'd been launched out of a cannon.
Evett keeping those hands very high.
Oh, a right hand and a left, and he's got Jones down in the opening round. Can you believe this? 5, 6, 7. Amazing. Richard Evett, the unsung commentary fighter, has Junior Jones on the floor, and listen to the crowd here now. He looks on dodgy legs here now. Jones. Evett could be on the brink of something quite astonishing.
Well, a terrific round for Evett here. Good punches landed. He really has got Jones hurt in there.
A little bit swollen underneath the left eye, Evett. He won't worry about that now. He just has to go hunting. And they're swapping blows here, and what an argument. Oh, what a round for Richard Evett. That was memorable.
It was shocking to see Jones, a seasoned world champ, get hurt like that. His legs looked like they'd been swapped out for stilts. Notice that Evett bulldozed his way through Jones, clubbing him to the canvas with some seriously heavy shots. Evett wasn't just landing punches, he was unloading like he was trying to drive Jones straight through the mat.
That is the big hope for Evett here. There was always this little chance because he has occasionally looked fragile around the chin, Junior Jones, for all his class at World Championship level.
10 seconds, a good right hand and a little left hook, just got around the guard there.
Evett didn't let up either. He kept landing big shots, pressing forward like Jones had just insulted his entire family.
Here, Junior Jones, he did a silly dance then. Evett knows he has the power to maybe get this job done. Oh, great left hook, and he's down, is he? No. Looked for a moment as if he was going to go down. Junior Jones over on those far ropes. Somehow he seemed to bounce off the second rope and up again, but it was a left hook and it really had him in trouble. Great shot from Evett.
He really is looking very strong in there.
Oh, and he hit Jones there while he was down. Jones is infuriated by that, and I think there has to be a point deduction for Evett there, because Jones was on the floor when he hit him. Well, he's got away with that, I think, don't you?
Okay. I think he has.
Oh, he should have had a point deduction.
He should have had a point. I think he was just trying to get even for some of the bad work, and let's face it, Jones has been the one who's looking to foul and come out with a bag of tricks. Neville was just looking to get his own back, saying, listen, I'm here as well.
You could feel the energy in the air. Evett was trying to shock the world, and Jones was trying to remind everyone why he was the champ. There was a moment, though, when things got a little ugly. Evett hit Jones while he was down, and let's just say Jones was not amused. Jones reacted angrily, and honestly, I can't blame him. That was a nasty foul
blow. Evett reacted on that, so I think that was a bit of all's fair.
Oh, he's got him again. He's in trouble again there. That two right hands from Evett. And Jones, once again, on shaky legs of jelly.
I thought Jones was one of those guys who just had innate survival skills. The amount of times I've seen him really hurt and survive is insane. As the fight wore on, though, it became clear that Evatt was running out of gas.
He seems to have slowed up in his reactions a little, doesn't he, Evatt?
Yes, he's open now, not getting the hard.
Oh, left hook! Massive left hook! And that might be the end of the dream in round 11. Oh, he's all over the place. Will he allow him to go on? Oh, he's going to stop it. It's over in the 11th round. Richard Evatt had such a glimpse of glory. But Poison Junior Jones found the poison in the punch to turn it around. But what a scare he had from Richard Evatt, who put on a heroic performance there, which will make him a major name in the division.
Jones waited for his moment, and when it came, he unleashed a brutal left hook in the 11th round that dropped Evatt like a bad habit. That left hook was a thing of beauty, one of those punches that made you go, wow, that's why this guy's a world champ. Evatt was all over the place after it landed, looking like he just got off a roller coaster that went way too far. The fight had to be stopped. There was no coming back from that. Jones showed that even when the chips are down, he's got the power and the brains to pull off the win.
Class of Junior Jones told in the end. And on my scorecard with Evatt still ahead and only one round to follow that one.
Yes, I had it exactly the same, Ian, and it was a great effort and really sad to see him beaten like that. But he lost nothing in defeat. Richard Evatt, I think that the people of Coventry and his fans have got a lot to be proud of. That really was a David and Goliath effort. He went in there and really tried his utmost to pull a shock off, and he comes so close.
Tremendous fight. Glory in defeat for Richard Evatt. And there'll be other nights for him now. People will be talking about him after that.